Hi, welcome to SBR Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. We are previewing a selection of Week 1 NFL preseason games with SBR contributor Jordan Sharp. Right now we're going to take a look at Kansas City and Cincinnati. Jordan, thanks for being with us.
Pete, as always, thanks.
All right, KC at Cincinnati. Now, I don't know what research you have to share with us. I have seen that KC's coach Andy Reid, he's already said that each of his 4 quarterbacks is going to play a single quarter. So, that makes me think that, I'm not exactly sure. Probably there's going to be some growing pains here for KC. They're probably going to struggle in a few of those quarters. And the Chiefs in general haven't been a very good preseason team against the spread. They're 2-14 against the spread in their last 16 preseason games, and Reid's teams are 1-8-1 against the spread in the opening game in the preseason. So those are 2 very strong trends. I don't put a ton of stock into preseason trends like that, but those trends are worth noting. And Cincinnati has reportedly been playing pretty intensely in the preseason. They look like they're, from the reports that I've read, it seems like they're looking to at least play well, which might probably translates into spread value. I'm thinking Cincinnati +2 is the play here. What do you think?
I think you're absolutely right. I think preseason trends actually come in a little bit more into play than regular season trends, especially postseason trends. But you're absolutely right, Pete. You hit the nail on the head in this one. Kansas City, as long as they're playing all 4 of their quarterbacks just a quarter, you're exactly right. This is probably going to be a very low scoring game. And like I mentioned with some other teams we've been talking about, much more about player evaluation than actually winning the football game. And plus, I'm not really sure Alex Smith is going to play the entire first quarter. We've seen so far, especially in that if you watch the Hall of Fame game, that even if they do look like they're going to get a quarter of action, they really only get 2 or 3 series it counts to, or how many snaps it counts to. So playing a whole quarter maybe just dependent on how much they're actually on offense in that during that certain quarter. But right now, yeah, you're exactly right, Pete. I think I'm going a little bit of a different way, because even though I think you're right, I think Cincinnati is going to try and win this game and try to score with obviously new defensive and offensive coordinator on both sides. I think it's going to be a little bit more of a lower scoring game. I absolutely agree with you that if you want to stay with the spread, I think the Bengals as underdogs are pretty good value. But I also think the under at 35.5 could have a lot of value as well, because I think, as you mentioned, with the Kansas City Chiefs looking like they're more going to be evaluating players, the Bengals looking like they could be growing with some growing pains with their new offensive coordinator, it could be a little bit of a lower scoring game. I'm not a big fan of taking totals in the preseason. In fact, I almost try to preach against it. But this one just seems to stick out to me for some reason as a game that could really end at like 14-10, 17-14, something like that. To give you a pretty good value on the under as well. But if you're staying on the spread, I absolutely agree with you. The Bengals are the play here.
All right, I like your reasoning, Jordan Sharp. So your official pick on this one, under 35.5, and I'll go with Cincinnati +2. Thanks so much, Jordan.